Hey, it's Elliott here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Bitcoin. I'll cover web analysis with Elliott web theory and provide multiple scenarios the price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different options. Today we're going to be focusing again on this impulsive wave structure down here. Before we were talking about this possibility of having this as a 1, 2, 3, 4 and looking for that fifth, possibly as the wave 4 ended or possibly ended up in here. Before we had also the possibility of having this as a triangle, but again we had RSI peaks clearing these highs also as the price cleared these previous highs, swing failure pattern downwards, and yeah, that triangle is no longer a possibility. We had other issues with that triangle as well, with the subwave structures here, so it made it less likely as well. Now we have created this possible wave 4 already now, but again the issue here is that we don't have really impulsive looking downwards structure from the tops here. To me this looks more like a three-way structure in which we have this as a five-way impulse wave in this structure, so this could be indeed an ABC downwards again, and then another possible ABC upwards, and then yeah, we could be again doing something like that. But what can this be apart? At the moment and before, we talked about the time element of these counts, saying that how the wave 4 is already so much larger than the wave 2, and we are currently around the 4 times extension of this wave 2 in time, so it doesn't really make sense why this would be so big. To me, either we have this as the wave 4, or this is something that is just off of the really measurable scale for time wise. To me this doesn't really look good anymore as a wave 4, and yeah, just because of the time element. The previous wave 4 is here, so we generally don't want to be seeing that we go beyond that. We have that 38.2 here as well at that around that same area, so yeah, it doesn't really match too well. We did hit the 1-to-1 extension for this W. Where do we have the X? Oh, down here. Yep. So WXY here, the 1-to-1 extension. So that would make sense. However, again, as mentioned, this does not really seem impulsive to the downside. So I'm a bit confused here on this count. So that made me wonder: is there other possibilities here? As this wave 4 is so large at the moment that it is starting to become less and less likely to be actually the wave 4. So this one is the other option. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Note that we have this as an expanded diagonal, expanded flat. There we go. So what we would be expecting for wave 4 would be something that would be faster, a zigzag pattern, or something that is not taking out the start of the A wave here for this wave B here. Okay, so this would be the solution here. I feel like this doesn't even include a truncation, so at the moment we would be the same exact structure all the way up to here onto the third point here, or third wave 3. And then we would have this as some kind of WXY. I feel like there could be other ways to label this. However, again, wave Y does not expand into the 0.618 that we are generally looking at. As we see here, it is still quite far away off of that target. So that's why I hadn't considered this before. This is the only 5-way structure that I can clearly see here that has some kind of divergence at the very top or very bottom here, that I could be considering for that to be a wave 5. If we are looking at these next ones, this definitely looks like, I don't know, a 3-way structure. This definitely looks like 3-way structure. This, I guess, but it is so small compared to anything else that I just don't see it. I had this structure as an ABC before, as it had better look. It still has the better look like that, but I feel like this is the only way I can see this as a 5-way move. Yeah, this doesn't even include the truncation as I mentioned, so on higher time frame there should be some kind of divergence at these lows. Very slight, if any. Yeah, very slight, if any. But yeah, I feel like that is the other option. Now, what does this tell us? Now that we have two options where we have either the wave 4 is completed down here already, or the wave 4 would be here. What is this structure here? This would be some kind of, either is a start of something new, having something already finished that we had here on higher time frame. Let's zoom out a bit and take that off. Let's take a look at, for example, this one. We could be looking at this, having a ABC structure here complete. We also had the other ones in which we would be having this as the ABC, and this would be a start of something, a 5-way move that definitely requires a partner, like downwards. So at that point again we would be looking at least a 38.2 retracement here before continuation downwards. So overall, those are the two higher time frame structures. Either is this 5-way move is part of this structure, or is something new, and we are going to be having at least one more low that is linked to this structure over here. So yeah, those are the two options. I'm not quite sure which one I do prefer at the moment, but again, there is still the possibility that wave 4 did end here and we just dump for that last fifth here. Today there is going to be some kind of a news event again about GDP, annual information about that. So that is going to be giving us some volatility into the markets for sure. So watch out your positions, set your stops, and enjoy the ride. I feel like there is going to be some kind of move up or down. I really can't tell at this very moment. To me, I wouldn't be taking any shorts or longs here. It is pretty no man's land at the moment. We are pretty much doing this exact same structure that we were doing a higher time frame on this previous move here. That just doesn't feel like tradable too much unless you want to be just doing these waves or concentration on these waves. But again, here they are so much smaller than it is very, very choppy, and yeah, doesn't feel like it is worth trading to me. But that is pretty much everything I wanted to share at this moment for Bitcoin. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below. And for now, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you next video. Bye bye.